What's up, guys? Today's video is going to be on my Bobcat T66. What I'm going to be going over is the few things that I don't like about this machine. It's not going to be a full in-depth review video. There's plenty of those out there on this. I've had this machine for about 2 years now. There's about 500 hours on it, and there's a couple things about the machine that I would say are kind of complaints that I don't really like, and we'll jump right into that. The location of the sight glass for the hydraulic fluid. You can see it right now. You can. Now, we just got this machine off the job site. This area here gets caked with mud. It takes forever to clean, and that's one of my complaints. For one, this shouldn't be here. For two, I don't understand why this holds so much dirt. I think it has to do with, you know, all these lips, you know, this here, we got hoses in here. That's not a good design. The second thing is how much dirt these tracks hold. They do not self-clean very good. Normally this area is just packed with dirt. Under the sprocket, it's packed with dirt. It's a real pain in the butt to clean out. I would say the biggest complaint about the dirt getting into the side, or my biggest concern I should say, is how much of that dirt makes its way into the bottom of the machine. And that's what I'm going to show you today. I'm going to lift the cab and we're going to look at it together and see how much dirt is actually under there. This is just an 18mm bolt. These cabs have a lifting cylinder inside to help you assist with lifting the cab up. Sometimes they're a little worn and it's really hard to lift up. So we'll give it a shot. Let's see how bad it is, or not bad. All right, lifting it wasn't so bad. This is my biggest gripe with this machine. Look at the inside. I mean, how deep is this? I don't know. It's deep. There's probably, that's a solid 3 inches of dirt in here. Look at the side, caked. All these hoses caked with dirt and rocks and everything else. I don't know. It just baffles me. I feel like this shouldn't happen. For you guys that have track loaders, you know, different models, whether it be, you know, Case or Cat, Attack, whatever the machine is. I mean, let me know if you guys see this similar problems with those machines. And another very concerning thing about this is Bobcat has been having some electrical issues. Knock on wood, so far this one has been pretty good. Every once in a while the camera might go out or the radio stops working, but usually I shut the machine off, turn it back on, and it straightens itself out. But there's a guy on YouTube, his channel's called How I Did It, and he is a Bobcat technician. So if you have one of these machines, I suggest you check his channel out. I mean, check it out anyway if you're interested in, you know, working on Bobcats or track loaders or anything of that sort. He has a pretty good channel. He's been talking about a lot of electrical issues with the wiring harnesses. He has a video, I think these are like the computer modules. What's been happening is the seals on the wiring harness where it plugs in, I guess, is somehow letting water in, and some machines aren't starting, and, you know, have a whole slew of different problems. So this is my biggest complaint about this machine. Other than that, it's a good machine. You know, I'm not going to get into problems like, you know, door latches or AC vents or anything like that. I mean, sure, there's things that could use some improvement with that, but those are all luxury items in my mind. I care about the performance and things that will affect the longevity of the machine. That's what I'm concerned about. You know, this, I feel like this could affect the longevity of the machine. Constantly dirt getting in here, me having to clean this, and then especially these hoses here, you know, being exposed to the rocks and the dirt and everything else. I mean, it looks like they have, you know, an extra layer of protection on these hoses, but still, they should have did something a little better with this. And then these ridges, you know, these didn't need to be here. This should have been probably one solid thing straight across, and then I don't know, maybe like a boot, you know, that was only big enough to let these hoses out and completely cover it. I don't know, I'm not a machine designer, I'm not an engineer, but I think they could have did something better with that design. So that's my vent. Now I'm going to go ahead and clean the machine out. What I'm going to do is, there's a couple plates, this front plate, and then there's a plate in the back under the engine. I'm going to take both of those off, and then I'm just going to start spraying it out with the hose. So let's get started on that. And, you know, naturally that bolt's going to be extra tight, and those threads are caked in dirt.
Inches of mud. Oh, yeah, this guy. Yeah, but mud's all inside. It's just from, I don't know, from all whatever. It's a mess.
Alright, so we got that plate off. And you know what? I'm going to grab a little shovel and just try to scoop a lot of that stuff. Because the machine is actually, I think, tipped back a little bit. So everything's going to probably try to go out the back. There we go. Now I at least got the water running towards the hole. So let's get to cleaning. So here it is, guys. After about 2 hours of cleaning and 900 gallons of water, I got all the dirt out. Now it's not, you know, it's far from showroom quality, but I wasn't trying to get every speck of dirt out. I just wanted to get the bulk out, the real thick, heavy, muddy stuff. And for you guys that are going to do this on your machine, you know, make sure you back up on some wood or something so it's leaning forward. Obviously open up this plate and start from the back and start washing everything forward. And every time you move the hose around, you'll find a new pocket of dirt, and you know, there'll be little speckles of sand and grit everywhere, but that's just the way it is. It took a lot. Oh, and also these side compartments, there's one over there and one on this side. You want to make sure that right here is unblocked so everything can flow out. Now it was like next to impossible to get everything out of there. I don't know if you can see in there or not, but there's still dirt in there, but I'm not that worried about it. My biggest concern was all the dirt that's in here around, you know, these electrical wires. Like, why in the world would they have that stuff so low, you know, just to sit in the water and the dirt? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. When I inspected these hoses, thankfully I didn't really see any abrasions on them, but you know, who knows over time. You know, you get a piece of shale or something that could be sharp, you know, and it gets stuck in the dirt and it starts working its way this way. Next thing you know, it gouges your hose. I mean, that's the kind of stuff I'm worried about. I don't need to be breaking down in someone's backyard, spraying hydraulic fluid all over the place, you know. These look pretty good. Maybe that'll never happen. Maybe I'm just being over paranoid about it. But I definitely don't like how much mud it holds. You know, there's these little holes everywhere for water and stuff to drain out, but I don't know. I guess when you go through deep enough mud, it probably starts pushing up through those holes. And then those holes get blocked, and then all the dirt that makes its way in through here, you know, it probably, you know, that's probably a combination from the holes from the bottom and what's coming in from by these hoses. But it's not good. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned. I'm starting a big retaining wall next week. Today is Friday, so I'm starting it on Monday. I might make it like a series, because it's a big job. The wall's over 1,000 square feet. We're going to be using Ready Rock blocks. So yeah, I'll make a couple videos out of that, and before we know it, spring will be here. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.